some of my old poetry. I've mentioned in previous videos that I used to write poetry a lot, and kind of went through a dry spell, and just sort of convinced myself that I can't do it anymore. And it's lately I've started writing a little bit, and it's actually pretty encouraging. I've come up with some really cool stuff, which makes me think that maybe I do still have something to say, which would be really good because I miss writing and expressing my creativity that way. So anyways, I'll just jump in. So most of these were kind of like when I was in college. I took some creative writing courses, and a lot of these came out of that, but they basically like start in 1998 and go up until whenever I stopped writing. So here goes. This one's called Upon Turning a Downtown Corner. The rain falls on every exposed thing, like teeth which crack and jump on impact, marring your well-hidden frown and cleaning the pages of your brand-new Bible. And when I can see in your sour eyes my own white dress slightly torn, and my feet in the puddle you view with contempt, when I have come this close, you say, God will be your shoes, my friend. I curl my toes and smile. Thank you, with rain on my lips, but God is my feet in this puddle. Your glove places any old Bible between my fingers. With your gift of words and words in hand, I move on to the next puddle, and my God looks on with a gleam in his eye and a crazy, toothless grin. Okay. This one's called Powdered Axe. I'm not too sure why. I don't remember what that's supposed to mean, but anyway, powdered axe. You may not call her beautiful in her field of wilting wildflowers. You will call her still. She sits in milky silence, waiting for her children to hatch and claw their way out from under her sickness. With her mouth red and open, she stares through the 3 a.m. sky. Something else is there, beyond the points of light and awkward sighs of gas, something she was never meant to see. She wanders through the blackness with her mind, wishing for a wayward star to light her moistened tongue. Running strong fingers through rain-washed hair, she thinks that she would love to die this way. She would close her eyes while the star still glittered and go back to sleep before it burned. Okay, next one's called Vacuum. I'm sorry you had to see me like this, lying low in my bed. This is how I have spent the last few weeks, thinking wild and beautiful thoughts, despite my apathy. But all my monumental thoughts become stagnant, having never left my head. Perhaps you have suspected this. You can see the panic on my face. This one's called Gypsy. Her eyes melt like gasoline, spattering the dust on her bare feet. My toe is an alibi, itching in her thick tears. I watch it. Her hair wraps my finger in black silk, and so I stay. Her tongue speaks to me, and as if I understand, I follow. Stars glint in a rotten pool like unmined diamonds, and beside the water a crumbled nest, slick with the clear blue grease of silenced birds. She pulls back the curtain to bare a burned wall, pulls back her lips to bare her smile, and slips away inside ask me why I am always touching things. Fences, children's clothing, my mother's face, and why my fingers trace the cleft of your chin in the shower, or the rippled sheet between our faces in the morning. My hands move like clumsy tongues. They lick and flick the folds of the world, those that the blind know and never mention. They need it to be a secret, to wash out the bad taste of whispering that is just too loud. I know we may not be entitled. And you like to look at flags twitching in the glow of street lamps and at unlined paper. You have never gasped at the texture of an ugly oil painting, or the simplicity of ice cream between thick, sticky fingers. You want things like color. I can feel color after a while. Okay, this one's called By Love or Death or Life. I must have dreamed about you once because I know what it is to be your friend. To spend days upon days with you, talking, learning the ways of your mind, and seeing that it is just like my own. I know just how your mouth moves, saying all sorts of things I have never really heard, and the sound of your voice when you are crying. Your fears and all those little things you need to hide, I know you try to conceal even from me. I think that in one night I spent a lifetime showing you all the reasons why people cower when I am near, and you loved me still. And I know how your eyes can comfort when I am broken by love or death or life. Just now you seemed to think my smile contained too much. I see in the bending of your brow that I am something you find strange. Maybe I should say hello. Okay. This one's called Fade. The leaves froze in the yard today. You weren't there to see them, but they froze. And it's because it was so sudden that they hung, stiff, dripping from sharp branches. They tried to reach the ground, your step, the snow. The snow is a crust on the driveway, even where your truck would have been. No different in that spot, not a bit softer or whiter, no oil leaking through. And once again the dog has yellowed the place by the frozen tree. Through the ice-crackled glass of the kitchen window, I can just now see you waving from the sagging truck as it shook its way into the summer street. The flowers hanging from the rearview mirror spit their petals into your eyes, and you smiled. Now you are on some chilled gray beach, slumped in the slime of wet driftwood, or maybe in a soggy park with strange leaves